I'd like to call or resume our public session. At a closed session, the board voted 7-0 to deny the liability claim. Okay, and before I forget, I forgot to mention earlier, if you don't mind, please put your phone on silent, and that includes us board members. So, number 5, hearing of the public. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to address the board? Okay, not seeing any. Move on to item number 6. Additions and or changes to the agenda. Chris?
No changes.
All right. Okay, so moving on to item number 7, presentations. We have item A, the April Student of the Month.
My name is Kathleen Brantley Gutierrez, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you Xiang Zhang. She is our April Student of the Month, and on behalf of Helene Isavi, she was not able to make it, so I'm doing the presentation for her. Xiang Zhang is so dedicated to her college education that she only missed 2 days of class after giving birth. She delivered her 3rd child in the 2nd week of the semester, says Professor Isavi, and just 2 days later she showed up in the class. Honestly, I was surprised. Chong, 28, Merced College's Student of the Month for April, was born in Thailand. Her family was relocated to Minnesota in 1993, where she later graduated Highland Park Senior High School. After high school, she earned a medical assistant certificate from Minneapolis Business College. On August 2010, I made the biggest decision of my life, she says. I got married, moved to California, and started my own little family. Being a stay-at-home mom for the last 5 years has made me realize that I need to further my education. Therefore, I am now back in school at Merced College. Chong is majoring in nursing with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. She says, I want to better my life with a career that I can rely on and be a good role model to my children. Education plays an important role in one's life and will benefit a person's future. A dedicated student, wife, and mother, Chong said Merced College is helping her succeed. Others may have different opinions about community college, but community college is sometimes where dreams began. Merced College is full of hope and knowledge. The instructors are all great, and they put their students ahead of them. In recognition of your achievements, I wish to present to you a certificate, and please extend a warm congratulations to Chong for her achievements.
Congratulations. Would you like to say a few words?
I just want to say thank you for this opportunity.
Well, congratulations, and we would love to shake your hand if you would like to come along this way. Congratulations, and we're very proud of what you've done. And so how old is your baby now? 3 months. Wow. Okay, and also moving along, a Student of the Year.
Next, I would like to introduce our Student of the Year, Elira Pope. If you would come join me, please. I am presenting her award on behalf of Chris Gogler, who was also unable to attend this evening. The Merced College's Student of the Year has her education goals set on obtaining a master's degree in intercultural communications. With an overall grade point average of 4.0, Elira Pope will graduate this spring with an Associate of Art Transfer degree in Communications and Psychology. A resident of Chowchilla, Elira acknowledges her instructors for helping her to discover how her passions fit into education. She says, Merced College not only helped me get these degrees, but it also introduced me to amazing professors who guided me as I searched for what I wanted to do with my education. Professor Grogler nominated Elira for the Student of the Month Award in March. The Academic Senate then selected her from among the year's Student of the Month recipients as the College Student of the Year. This is an outstanding young woman, Professor Gogler says, noting that she earned an A for work in one of his anthropology classes. He points out that he's not an easy A. After graduating from Merced College, Elira plans to continue her education at the University of Washington in Seattle, where they offer a master's degree program in intercultural communications. She would eventually like to teach. She states, "I chose Merced College because of its proximity to Chowchilla. This way I could take different classes and find what I really liked while living at home to help take care of my younger sisters. This also gave me the flexibility to be a part of the college group at my church and to continue to serve. With these skills and my connections in my community, I have been a part of many beautification projects in Chowchilla as well as in Madera." Professor Gogler states he is impressed with Elira's mental and ethical maturity. "This is a woman on a mission," he says. "No matter what happens down the line, she will be a success." In recognition of this, I wish to present her with this certificate, and please give her a warm congratulations.
Would you like to say a few words?
I just want to say thank you so much. I was not expecting this. So I was kind of losing steam at the end of this semester, so this was really encouraging when Ms. Merritt called me and really uplifting. So thank you guys.
Congratulations, and we're proud of your work as well. We would love to shake your hand.
I remember last time I wanted to congratulate you. Congratulations.
Chowchilla is represented tonight. Yes.
I've got to get her last name so that I can tell all my friends.
Yeah. Thank you to both of you. Congratulations once again. Moving on, item C, part-time faculty of the year.
Yes, could I please have my part-time faculty of the year come forward? So as you know, April is part-time faculty of the year, part-time appreciation month. So every year we ask cohorts to nominate or select part-time faculty for recognition. So our first one is Lavon Kroc. Sorry with name. She's a registered dietitian and has taught for Merced College for over 15 years. Lavon teaches an assortment of food and nutrition courses, including Nutrition 10, both in the traditional setting and the online setting. One of the, Michelle Pecanillo, who nominated her, said her service to Merced College has been very valuable with her flexibility in her scheduling, and she's always willing to modify her schedule to meet student demands. Thank you. Next up is Giovanna Reilly. She was once a student here at Merced College. Giovanna went on to get her master's degree in applied math and statistics from the University of California in Santa Cruz with the goal in mind to teach at Merced College. So Giovanna teaches math as a tool to understand and interpret the world we live in and strives to help students do the same. She is one of our part-time faculty in French. She has a master's degree in French literature. First she came to Merced working for UC Merced as a French lecturer, and then she came on board part-time as a French instructor for the Foreign Language Department here at Merced in May of 2006. Since then, she started also joining being a French lecturer at Fresno State University. Her main areas of interest are the French language and its evolution. So next, Roger Putman. So Roger Putman is a professor of geology and physical science. So he He's been teaching here at Merced College since 2003, since 2013, as well as at Columbia College. And he's also taught at our Los Banos campus for Merced. He also does CSU Stanislaus, the University of Pacific, and Sacramento State University. So a true freeway flyer. He teaches all levels of geology and geological information systems, although his favorite class is to teach is field geology. And during this coming summer, he will be working for the National Geographic funded study of the geochemistry and structural geology at the Half Dome at Yosemite National Park. I almost skipped one. Zamiro. He's also another one of our signs of our students coming back and being our students. He first was an undergraduate student here at Merced College in 2003, where he was complicating between majoring in fine arts and English. He eventually went on to CSU Stanislaus, where he dedicated his studies to get his bachelor's in English and his master's in American literature, and to be a part-time English instructor at his alma mater. So he likes teaching composition, basic skills courses, but he has also learned a great deal both with our students and our colleagues, and to be more effective and influential instructor. So Parneet Samara, another one of our former graduate students. So he's a part-time professor at the Diagnostic Radiology Technology program since 2004. His major role is the clinical supervisor for the program. He rotates between 12 different outpatients and hospital site visits to instruct and evaluate students in the radiology program. In addition to that, he also serves on the advisory committee for the program, and also helps with new student orientation, coaching graduates, and also coaching graduates to get full-time jobs. Brenda Schneider. She is a biology professor. She's been teaching here at Merced College in 2010, and I believe she also teaches with Columbia College. She's been teaching biology, introductory biology, human anatomy, plant biology, ecology at both Columbia College and Sonora and Merced College to make her classes active and engaging. And she lives in Mariposa with her family. And in their spare time, when they can get a babysitter, they like to rock climb, ski, and backpack. Last two, you met them at the board meeting in April and November, or not November, I'm sorry, in April in Los Banos. Just to briefly mention him, Tim McNally. He's a part-time professor at Los Banos for 18 years teaching microeconomics, macroeconomics, history 17, and citizenship. And last, Leanne Thornhill. She's a part-time librarian. She does both the main campus and Los Banos. We really appreciate our part-time faculty. We can't live without them. There's no college that can live without part-time faculty. So we really appreciate them and want to take time to honor and give them. And many of them, just one other thing, many of them that couldn't be here were because they were teaching classes at this time. So those three of them.
Well, congratulations, you three are going to represent the rest of the group, so would you come forward so we can shake your hand? And it's great to see former students, alumni that come back to teach. That's awesome. And indeed, part-time faculty contributions and challenges.
Good evening. So in my estimation, nothing embodies the good cop, bad cop roles of the Academic Senate President and the MCFA President more than this presentation. Julie gets the fun part of doling out all the congratulations, and then I get to come up here and whine on behalf of part-time faculty, but I'll try to keep it brief. So in fall 2016, Merced College employed 352 part-time faculty, which accounts for about 41% of those employed at Merced College. Overall employees, 41% are part-time faculty. In addition to classroom instruction at our two campuses and at off-site facilities, part-time faculty work in labs, counseling, the library, and the theater. And so they interact with a lot of students. Some of the activities that part-time faculty perform for which they're currently not compensated are office hours, preparation time, committee and department meetings. They do get some credit for flex, but other than that, it's pretty much on their own. Participation on task forces and athletic practices and games. Merced College part-time faculty, and as well as all part-time faculty all over, face challenges such as low hourly wages, no pay for class preparation or office hours, limited opportunities for professional development, no health insurance, and very little retirement. Oh, okay. I chopped this down a little bit. It was a little longer. So in comparison, that's referring to a slide that's not in here anymore. So we'll just say Merced College part-time faculty are currently not paid based on the Central 14 calculation, the way that full-time faculty are. They're paid on an 8-step, 5-column salary schedule, which is an improvement over what we used to have, I'll add. And we are currently ranked for part-time faculty compensation 59th out of 72 districts in the state. So we're trying to work on bringing that up a little bit. Part-time faculty are contingent, temporary, at-will employees. They can be laid off or terminated at any time. They have no guarantee of rehire, regardless of longevity in the district. However, the good news is that with the passage of Senate Bill 1379, we will be seeing some improvements on that front in the near future, and I understand from negotiations we're working on language for rehire rights and seniority, so that's a good thing. Another challenge faced by part-time faculty and more importantly their students is that students have limited access to part-time professors outside the classroom. Since part-time faculty have no offices and technically no office hours, frequently part-time faculty and their students have to find space to meet in hallways, on benches, the cafeteria, and public areas to discuss assignments, homework, grades, and other potentially sensitive information, you know, for which it would be better to have a little more privacy. We do have some ed code language that talks about part-time faculty. From section 87.880, the legislature finds and declares that community college part-time faculty are required to fill the same teaching responsibilities as full-time faculty members, although students have little to no access to part-time faculty members outside the classroom. It is the intent of the legislature that students have the same opportunity for academic assistance and guidance without regard to whether a course at a community college is taught by a full-time or a part-time faculty member. It is the further intent of the legislature that community college part-time faculty teaching a minimum number of courses be compensated for providing academic counseling and assistance to students outside their classroom. And to conclude, I just want to say that MCFA and our members are committed to improving working conditions for part-time faculty. We do represent, MCFA represents all faculty, full-time and part-time. This might be an appropriate time to point out Kathleen Brantley Gutierrez, who you heard from a few minutes ago, is our incoming secretary in MCFA. So for the first time for as long as I've been around at least, we have an officer in MCFA who is a part-time faculty member. So we're looking forward to her contribution. And we are thankful that the district has joined us in our effort to improve part-time faculty working conditions. Thank you very much. Happy Part-Time Faculty Appreciation Month.
Thank you, Patrick. And again, we do realize the importance of our part-time faculty, and we're proud of all the work that they do.
Thank you.
All right. Item E, overview of Merced College athletics.
And this is a response, by the way, to Trustee Ochoa's request a couple meetings ago to have a presentation on our athletics program.
And thank you very much, by the way.
So thank you and good evening. My pleasure to present with Steve Cassidy on this, our athletic director. And I also think it's important to note, Steve will be inducted into the Coaching Hall of Fame very soon. So that's a great achievement on his behalf, and very excited for him.
What's the paycheck on that?
Party handshake. Acknowledgement, yeah. So we're going to give a brief overview, but we're very proud to be able to talk about our athletic programs. We also have very dedicated coaches and an AD, so if there are follow-up questions later on, feel free to contact Steve for more in-depth information. We're going to go over our programs, our facilities, and lastly, student success, because that's really what drives this ship. So I'll turn over to Steve for a little bit.
We have 6 men's intercollegiate athletic teams, 6 women's. We're even on that. Very much complications to whether that fulfills our Title IX obligation. It doesn't, but it's too complicated to go into right now. But some highlights. Chris Pedretti this year, our baseball coach, posted his 800th career win, which will never be topped on this campus, and it puts him in the ranks of the state. He was also honored by the 3C2A, California Community College Athletic Association Athletic Director, for career contributions. His team won the conference championship. Bill Russell in basketball was named Coach of the Year and had an outstanding season, made the playoffs for the first time in a long time. In football, head coach Bob Casey's team posted a record of 8. I have 8-3 here, and 8-4. It's really 8-3. And we were gifted or assigned a bowl. They gave us 4 days to put on a bowl game at Stadium 76, and we did it. Swimming and diving, Scott McCall, track and field, Lewis Boy, those are the men's programs. And if somebody knows how to do this, go to the next slide. Women's, Coach Huddleston made the playoffs, and again, Suzanne McGee, part-time softball coach, without an office, made the playoffs this year. Missed Brent, I jumped ahead, did not make it 217, missed by the technicality of one game of being her second playoff team in a row. We hired a water polo coach in January of 17, and the name is familiar, it's Halpin Jr. And swimming and diving women's. Lewis Foy does track and field, volleyball. Jessica Casey, all Merced College teams but one, and you can guess which one, I'm not going to tell you, you can't get it out of me, had a winning season this year. It was a banner year. And more so, I think, was in the area of facilities, with a pot of money largely derived from Coca-Cola sponsorship and some unprecedented, amazing administrative support. We rocked. I mean, we put in 6 new scoreboards, repainted the gym, reupholstered gym seating, resurfaced the track. The new scoreboards are just, every scoreboard we had going into this last year would malfunction at one time or another. It's antiquated technology. Now we're wireless all throughout, and it just lights up the field. The whole area pops, and the students, the players, the spectators truly appreciate it, which is kind of what we're in business for. And just so I can advertise this, our job, as I see it and always have seen it, is to put maximum energy into a program that benefits students, accommodates staff, and gives the community what they pay their taxes to get.
So it's great that we've made this commitment to our programs. We look at our facilities when people are coming onto campus. A lot of times they're coming for our athletic events. We use these facilities for other things, and so it's a great look for our public. But at the same time, what we're really trying to do is serve our students. And our student athletes kind of epitomize that. If we look across all of these success metrics, which I'm going to kind of present really quickly to you, our student athletes are achieving at a higher rate than our general population of students. So it's really a testament to our coaches, because our coaches are really working with these athletes to make sure they're going to class, they're doing the things they need to do in our programs. So if we look, one of the things that our students need to do is complete their education plans. Our student athletes are completing their abbreviated ed plans at 100% clip, and their comprehensive ed plans at a 94% clip, which is quite a bit higher than the population in general. One of the other things that we can do from this is try and figure out what's working, what's helping us connect with our student athletes, and then scale that for the rest of our population. So it is helpful in that way. Course success, that's course completion and success, finishing your classes. Our student athletes are also achieving at a higher rate than the general population, 71% compared to 68%. Okay, so that's a good job. That's why they're staying eligible, able to continue. And again, it's a testament to our coaches and some of the wraparound services we're able to provide our student athletes, and that's good modeling for the campus in general. And so we are trying to work on scaling some of these things up. Our GPA for our student athletes is, again, a little bit higher than the general student population. The general student population is at 2.6, and our student athletes this fall semester are achieving at a 2.67% rate. So that's kind of the data, just a quick, brief data overview of our student success. But to sum up, I think it's important that we kind of personalize a little bit as well. And so Steve's going to walk us through 2 student success stories.
The gentleman on the right is Xavier McAllister, originally from Canton, Ohio. As you could tell, he's a lineman. Offensive lineman. Was from the time he was young in Canton, was a special ed student. And he just persevered. And he's wouldn't be stopped on the field. He just blew people up. But also in the classroom, he earned his AA degree here, accepted a full ride to Tennessee State in Nashville, and he made the dean's list at Tennessee State, 3.4, and he had a T-shirt on when he came to visit over his spring break. Wasn't ours, but he came to visit. He had a T-shirt, dean's list. Poor Ty Allen to his left missed it by a point, so he didn't get to wear a T-shirt. But if you know anything about Warner Robins, Georgia, you know that's a place to be from, not to be in. And he survived a lot of difficulties. Once again, played offensive line, earned his AA degree, Tennessee State, Nashville, and majoring in. And we are very, very proud of the work that our players do in the classroom. We don't get all of them. It's not 100%, but we get more our share, and maybe some of the other guys' share, and we stress it. Mike's being a little bit modest, but since the student services division, once Chris got started and Mike's picking up now, it's just been amazing. Used to be coaches were up against the system trying to get help to help the players. Now we're integrated. Now we're part of it, and that's been a long time coming. And it seems natural right now for all of the decades that it wasn't. It just seems like it's the way it's supposed to work. And I want to applaud those 2 gentlemen and the entire Student Services Division for the way we've been able to blend athletics into their operation, and we will do our part to make sure that we don't let them down.
So just lastly, I do want to mentioned it before, athletics is a great way for us to connect with our community, to raise our profile in the community. But you can see from these success stories that it's also a great way to connect with our students on campus and to make a difference. Steve mentioned it, but just to reinforce, these 2 gentlemen are being successful and have full ride scholarships at different institutions, and they chose to come back to Merced College to spend their spring break with this program. That's the impact the program and the coaches made on these men's lives, and how they're going to go forward. They're going to carry that with them forever. So that's a strong impact our athletic programs are making on the community, but also on our students. and I think that should be recognized. So thank you for your time.
You know, Steve, tell the coaching staff and all the students that we recognize their hard work and we're proud of what they've done.
I don't want to go to their head.
Thank you.
Well, at the sake of it going to Steve's head, I do want to tell the board that we have a full-time athletic director that gets about half-time pay, and he goes above and beyond. A lot of the projects were because of his relentless pursuit of making sure we got those, and he's doing an outstanding job considering that he's doing this part-time. Our athletic programs are recognized throughout the state, certainly within the region, and more importantly, we don't ever get in trouble when it comes to conference rules and regulations, and that's because him and the coaches know him quite well and they stay abreast to him. So nice job, Steve. Thank you.
Very much.
And one last question, do you have an office?
Yeah, I have. Sure.
He took care of himself, he just doesn't give the softball coach one.
And